Welcome to the principal's office. In this video, I am going to show you my office. Please keep in mind it's the end of the school year. I'm not in my office very much, so it's usually a disaster, and there's not really a method to my madness anymore because I'm not in here, and I don't need half the stuff that's in here because of being digital. So that's something that I could work on this summer and maybe do another video, but let's take a look around. Let's take a look at the area where I walk in. Today I just dropped my bag down here on the ground because I had my hands full, but this is where you can see the whistles, the coats, everything that needs to be hung and thrown just right when I walk in. The coat rack is not high enough because I didn't originally have this thing down here. I was in a different office and had a different setup, so that wasn't something that I had, but there really is no method to the madness of this. I don't even know what's in. There's nothing in these drawers, so there's no need for this. I believe I spent my own money on that, so I can just take that home, and my kids could probably use that in their rooms for their TVs. But anyway, I put the mirror a little bit lower just for other people because I'm so tall, but it's still too tall for other people. I'm supposed to have an emergency map in that, and I do not. So this is just where you walk in, and I do use the coats and I do hang stuff up there, but it's pretty disorganized. This is the bulletin board paper that I purchased that I specifically want to use, so I didn't mix it in with everybody else's, and another tripod. Someone is going to ask what these are, and originally I had these calendars taped outside my office, and we were filling in dates and things like that, and nobody ever used it and they didn't want it, so they're just blank and they're sitting behind my unused cabinet. A sidebar, if you're watching this and wondering when I'm doing this, I am at school early this morning and I don't feel guilty doing this before school starts. The hard part about doing YouTube or doing something like this to share with you guys is it's weird being a principal. I feel like I shouldn't do it when I'm at school at all and I should come in on the weekend, but it is before contract time and I wanted to kind of share this stuff with you guys. But this table was originally before we had any other place in the building to work. And now we have a couple of other rooms that we can go to work, and I don't really need this table. I actually wanted to get a small coffee table and put these chairs that match around the coffee table or like a couch or something, just so it's a little bit more lounge-like, and the kids could come up here. I used to have kid stuff up here, and it is in the front conference room because when kids are up, we go up there, and there's Legos and colors and stuff like that if kids need to be in the office. Yep, I have the naughty kid desk. Some kids just need time out. The naughty kid desk is right over there, and they come up and they just have time out and they just relax. But the table is, I don't know that I necessarily need the table, but it's there. This year it's been good because we social distance and I sit at my desk and everyone else sits at the table. Hot Mess Express over there. On top of that shelf are gifts and things people have given me over the years and random hairspray. And then what the bookshelf was supposed to be was a shelf that showcased my favorite read alouds and different books that I've purchased to read to the kids and use when I go in the classroom. As you can see, it has turned into a total disaster. Again, I'm not in here, so I don't really pay attention to any of this stuff. But anyway, let's look at my bulletin board. I'm not going to get too close to that because there's names on the colorful sheet. But the bulletin board, I have the 7 habits that I can remember. I have my goals at a glance because as principals we have 40,000 goals. And I have the language of appreciation categories of teachers. And then I have my professional development plan. And I don't mind if you see my professional development plan. I didn't follow it this year because of COVID. Tried a couple of the things on it. Worked on something other than those things this year on my professional development plan. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the bulletin board, but I will organize this area. And to be honest with you, I might move my office, and I'll talk about that too. What is behind door number 1, 2, 3, and 4? These are the most inefficient doors, closets ever. I actually should take the doors off and use them as like a curtain, or put a shower rod or something and use it as a curtain. But I'm going to open these and then we can take a look at what is in the closet. Here it is. I have 2 rolling desks, or rolling carts. This was my first one from maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and then I got one that raises up and down, and I can have it in my office and sit, but I just wasn't using it. Being a principal, you're just all over the place. My dinosaur costume, and then my first day of school. I made too many, obviously. Hip, hip, hooray. Sip, hooray. For happy first day. I use these for workshops that I go to and give them as prizes or use them as examples. This cart, actually, a principal at one of the other schools showed me this cart, and I could do a whole meeting on this, but I fill this up at the beginning of the year with my workshop supplies, and that way I can just wheel the cart to the gym, the library, the workroom, wherever I need these, and then teachers can borrow them if they have meetings. I do have to show you my Starbucks Christmas tree. I get Starbucks ornaments for Christmas every year, and this is my little tree that I put out at Christmas time. The minute that I opened this closet, I realized I am not going to be able to go through all of the things that are in this closet, but I will go over just a couple of things. These are costumes. Those are ribbons for all the different, let me move my hand, all the different packages that we give to teachers. This box over there, those are hats. And I think this one down here, those are costumes as well. This is actually cleaned out. There was so much more stuff in there, but I have cleaned that out. And maybe another video would just be getting all those things out and going through them. Filing cabinet. Remember when we used to have tons of paper? Well, that doesn't happen anymore. Let's see what's in the filing cabinet. Oh, hey, look how fun. I found my old Palm Pilots. Is that hilarious? Look at that. I probably could make money on eBay with those, but those are so funny. And this is a little Palm Pilot keyboard. I'll try to open that. I can't do it with one hand, but these have been in this drawer, I think, for like 8 years. I was going to put them up with those, and I never did. And then in this drawer, it is just junk. Oh, hey, there's my, oh, I bet I could put my camera on my desk with this right here. But again, this is just a junk drawer too, so I don't even really need this right here. It does help holding my Cricut, and I have used that a few times, not a whole lot. I usually have my 3-hole punch right there, but there's that waste of space. And as I go through this, this is why I think I should move my office to the smaller room and let this be the conference room. I have like electronics in this. Well, no, I used to have cords in there. Again, crap collector. Don't really need that. It used to serve a purpose, but it didn't. When we first started virtual learning, I thought we would have an iPad on this and kind of move it around, and we've not used it one time. This space has evolved over the years. There have been, that was right here so I could use the drawers. The phone, this is a stocking hat from this summer. I brought chips from home in my lunch, and then I forget to take the chip clips home. But anyway, this space is a weird, awkward space. I don't want to be completely up against the wall because I want people to be able to see me from the door. And if I was up against the wall, you really couldn't see me from the door. So anyway, that's why it's a little bit farther out. And I could always rearrange this, but this is like just a weird area right here. All right. This is another crap catcher that I don't really need in my office, and you can see the bottom drawer is missing. I think we used that for decoration or for a drawing or for ice cream sundaes or something. We put something in that bottom basket, but that really is just a junk collector. The purple and gold bags need to be in one of the closets. The pens we used for a parent-teacher conference survival kit. The pencils in the cup that are up there are for kids when they come up and work and they need a pencil. But again, that's another just crap collector that doesn't probably need to be in here. All right, that is a wrap on the principal's office tour. I hope that that was helpful for you or just gave you some ideas. A couple of things I mentioned in the video that I wanted to mention to you guys was talking about moving my office. My office used to be in the front of the office, and I probably should just give a tour of the whole office layout, but it's a real small room, and the room that is my office now that I just did a video for you guys was the teacher workroom, I think, when I first moved there because the building was so big. So then I moved into that office like 3 or 4 years ago. Being in the office in the front of the office where everyone could see me, I couldn't get anything done. But moving my office to the back, I want them to be able to see me and kind of not see me, just so that when I'm working on stuff and trying to get stuff done, I can and still kind of have my door open. We have signs on our office now that I have one that says recording because they know that I record videos and stuff for different things for them and at school. There's also a sign that says Google Zoom in session or Google Meet or whatever. And then I have a sign that says student in the office. That way they know to keep it quieter or watch what they say because there's a student in the office, which you always should, but the office needs to kind of be a safe place too. But that is a wrap on my office. If you want more resources for principals, please subscribe. I am trying to consistently provide information for you guys. I also have a website, melindasmiller.com. There are freebies on there. You can sign up for a free digital planner to use, and there are other blog posts, and my shop is on there with other resources for you. So hopefully this was beneficial. In the comments, if you have ideas for additional principal videos, please include those, and I will do some more recording this summer. Have a great week.